All right, school meals are a huge part of our children's days and a big part of kids' daily nutrition. And for kids who need assistance, reduced and free lunch options mean they won't be hungry at school, even if they're hungry at home.
So during the pandemic, federal child nutrition waivers allowed kids to keep getting meals even out of school. But that waiver program set to end at the end of the school year. So for more on that this morning, we're joined by Crystal Fitzsimons from the Food and Research Action Center. Crystal, thank you so much for being with us. Good morning.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
So, talk a little bit about this waiver. What does it mean for school kids and school lunches?
Yeah, so the waivers were created when schools shuttered back in 2020, and it's allowed schools and communities to offer meals to kids at no charge. So this school year, schools across the country, about 90% of them are able to offer meals to any child who asks for one in the school cafeteria, breakfast as well. And it's had a huge impact on making sure that kids have the nutrition that they need to learn and focus and concentrate at school. It's reduced administrative work for schools, and it's also helped support school nutrition operations because they've really been struggling with supply chain issues and staffing issues that have increased their cost.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some alarming statistics, though, from your organization, Crystal. 95% of schools have staff shortages. 97% are facing rising costs. You talk about feeding kids. This, though, does not sound sustainable.
That's exactly right. So the school nutrition programs, I will say when schools shuttered back in 2020, they really pivoted to make sure that kids still had access to meals. And that's where the waivers really came from. And they have been working tirelessly for the last 2 years to make sure that kids have access to meals. And they have been struggling with all of those pieces that you mentioned, the supply chain issue, the staffing issues. Those things are all increasing their costs. And they're working really hard to get kids the meals that they're excited about. And one of the best ways we can make sure that still happens and that we give schools a year to recover from the impact of the pandemic is to extend these waivers again.
Besides extending waivers, as you just mentioned, let's say in a perfect world, what would our school lunch system look like? Because it is really helpful for a lot of kids all over the region.
Yeah, no, in a perfect world, I think kids would have access to a healthy school breakfast and school lunch every day, every child, because kids are in school for 6.5 hours a day. Kids are certified for free or reduced price meals, but those eligibility thresholds are too low, and they leave lots of families who are struggling out from free school meals. And then also, I don't know if you guys saw all those stories about unpaid school meal debt and how that plays out in the cafeteria sometimes, but none of that has been happening with these waivers. So it helps support school nutrition finances. It makes sure that kids have what they need at school so that they can focus and learn. And then it also eases kind of the food family budget for parents who are struggling because they can count on breakfast and lunch while their kids are at school.
Crystal, I have one last question. I'm a father of 3 kids. It's been nice not having to worry about how they're going to eat, when they're going to eat, having it basically being taken care of. For parents out there, what is the ask here? Is it the ask for school districts to continue this waiver program? Is it lawmakers? How do we keep this thing going if we wanted to?
Yeah, so we really need Congress and the people in Washington to act. And I will say we are very excited that we have bipartisan bills, and we're seeing Republicans and Democrats come together because, this is so important to everyone. But we're encouraging Congress and calling on Congress to take action and extend those waivers. And for anyone who wants additional information on that, you can visit our website, Food Research and Action Center. It's frac.org, and we have lots of information about how people can engage on it.
All right, Crystal, appreciate you this morning. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.